Hey everybody, it's Ali. Well, the other day I got my comprehensive car insurance policy in the mail and they generously gave me this book, which is 47 pages. Now I'm not going to read it, but I thought I might just cover it and use it as an art journal. So the pages are a bit thin, but that's okay, I can work with that. So it's the same size as my art journals that I am currently using. So thanks Amy for providing me a new art journal. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off in the middle and I'm going to gesso this middle page first. So I've got some dictionary pages here that's nice and thin, and I've got some PVA glue. Now I've watered this down to a 1:1 ratio with some water, so just to make it a bit on the thinner side, so it's just easy to collage on my gessoed page here. So I'll rip up the pages randomly and stick this down on the page. So by collaging this paper onto the page, it'll give it some stability. Well, let's hope anyway. Now I'm going to use some distress spray stain here in antique linen and just spray that all over the page. I'm just going to dry that off. Now this is where I had a bit of a happy accident, I guess. My middle page actually fell out, but I'm still going to work with that. So I'm also using distress spray stain in Walnut, and I'm just going to drop some droplets all over the page as well. I've got some DecoArt metallic paint here that I bought the other day in Mink Pearl and Venetian Gold. So I'm going to paint the page that's still attached into my booklet, and this is going to be a border. So my happy accident, I'm glad it happened because I'm going to do a border in this metallic paint, which I think will look pretty good actually. So seeing this page has fallen out of the middle, I thought I would actually just add some further texture to it just by crumpling it up. So firstly, I just spritzed it with a little bit of water just to make it a bit pliable, and just scrunching that all up now just to give it some added texture. Now at this stage I thought it needed some more colour, so I've got Fossilized Amber in the Distress Spray Stain and just giving it a bit more colour. I've also got some Walnut stain here as well, just to add a bit more colour as well. I'm happy with the wrinkles in the page. Now I've got some Distress Inks Black Soot here, and I'm going to just rub lightly over my page just for the wrinkles just to stand out a bit more. So I'm going to add some extra effect here by ripping the edge of the pages. So I don't want any straight edges, I just want them given a torn look. So I'll get my black soot again, and I'm just going to use the blending tool for around the outside, just to get rid of those white bits on the edge there. So I've got this die here from AliExpress, and I think it'll go really well on the page. I'll cut it out in black cardstock. I also have some KaiserCraft paper here, and this is vintage timeless, and I'm going to do the same thing. So this is just scrap that I had, so I'm just going to get rid of that straight border and just rip around the edges again. I'll go around the edge with my black soot just to get rid of the white bits. So I've got a leaf die cut here in small leaves, and I'm going to use the same type of paper, vintage timeless, and just cut some leaves out. I'll also just go around the outside just with a bit of black soot on these leaves also. So before I stick anything down onto my page, I'm going to use some clear acrylic spray and just spray this to seal it. Now you need to make sure that you are in a well ventilated area using this. So I'm going to stick this page down onto my metallic paint here. I'm going to use some PVA glue, so I'll put that onto the back of this page, and I'll use a credit card just to apply an even spread over before sticking this down. So now I've got all my elements that I'm going to stick down onto this page. I'm not going to glue it right to the edge, but I do want it to stay down. So I'm just using my PVA glue just to stick these elements down. Now I want these to pop on the page because they're a bit blended in. So I've got these woodless charcoal pencils, and I've got a soft one here, if I can get into the packet, and I will actually go round the outside of all my elements here. So So I've got Tim Holtz Idea-ology cling foam stamps in block lower and block upper, and I'm going to use these stamps to stamp my quote on my page here. So I've got my little grid mat here and my stamping block, and I'm using Ranger Archival ink for this. So I'll line this up on my little grid mat here so it's nice and straight. So I've got my white gel pen here, and I decided to go round my girl with the umbrella just in white, just to try and make her pop a bit more on the page. And I've decided to do the white gel just on one side of the lettering also, just to make that pop also. Well, that's another page completed for today. I hope you've enjoyed watching this as much as I've loved creating this page. I'd love to read your comments on what you think of my page, and also if you haven't done so already, please subscribe, share my video and give me your thumbs up. Until next time, happy crafting everyone. See ya!